Hello, Fabulous Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of September 2016, General Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a big, beautiful, bold month for you. I've been telling you, I told you last month, I've been telling you as we've been going along week to week, September is set to be it. A very special month for you. One of those standout months for you as we reflect back on this year of 2016. It is September that will stand out for a few important reasons. And one of the main reasons is eclipse. It really is eclipse. We are having two eclipses this month. One in your opposite sign at the top of the month and mid-month in your sign. Now, as far as the eclipse goes in your opposite sign, I will save that for the love-focused horoscope. It's going to be very important in the context of love. I will say this though, in a general context, if you have any kind of alliance, especially related to business, joint prosperity type of alliance, it is going to be that very alliance that is set to go through another perspective, another change, another way of looking at things, and really a moment of honesty as well. So if you are connected to somebody related to your joint prosperity, you do want to be a little bit mindful of that. It is possible that something comes forward, some news comes forward that gives you a whole other perspective on that particular relationship and on that particular connection. Again, that's only going to apply for a small percentage of you, but I do want to mention that. And ultimately what does transpire, what does come to light, it may not be the obvious, right? It might be that you hear something and it's not exactly that, it's something else. But regardless, it is your one-on-one alliances that are set to go through some change and some evolution if they are meant to continue into your future. So that can actually be really empowering to understand who's really going to go out there and really help you to achieve success and greater prosperity, and maybe who's not, and that way to be able to make that much more of a conscious choice as a result. But of course, as we move into the middle of the month, it is all about you. You are the focus. There's a full moon happening, and it is happening in your sign. And this full moon is taking place representing the heart of you. It is speaking with Mars, representing empowerment, representing focus, determination, and maybe even some of that desire for change may be masked as frustration. So you want to give yourself that little bit of patience, that little bit of space, that little bit of time, because that is possible under a sky like this. Now, with this particular sky, I do think that you are going to be very motivated. I do think that you're going to be very focused to try to make something happen here related to what it is that you come to understand about yourself. So when there is a full moon in your sign, normally we get a full moon once a year per sign, and it tends to represent a very important time when the truth becomes more evident, where what you've been feeling all along, you kind of finally admit it to yourself, and you come to understand what it is that has served its purpose. You bring a sense of completion and a sense of fruition. And that can be a really empowering thing. That can be a beautiful thing. Now you add the element that this is an eclipse, a lunar eclipse. So it is like a jacked up full moon. It's like 20 times more powerful than your regular full moon. And it becomes that much more on the surface. Your feelings, your sense of truth, your sense of acceptance, your sense of understanding who you really are and what you really feel, and allowing yourself to live from that place. Now, this can have a very sweeping change on your life because it really does come down to what matters to you most, and that will be unique to you. So for some people, this is going to represent changes in relationships. And again, save that for the love-focused reading. For others, it's like finally accepting that you don't like your job, or that you don't like your career, or that you don't like where you live. You don't like your home. Like, these are the types of things that start to come to the surface. And with it comes a determination to create change. Now, that self-honesty is needed, and it is going to be palatable, and it's going to be very much on the surface, and especially where it is that you didn't want to accept it, you got to accept it now, and ultimately it'll be a great thing for you. But then as we move you just a few days beyond this particular eclipse, we do have the sun meeting Jupiter in the sky, And this is typically called the luckiest day of the year, when Sun and Jupiter meet in the sky. And having these two planets meet just a few days after the eclipse does suggest that there's an air of empowerment, yes, but also positive energy. There's an air of positive energy and an air of understanding that you're ready to embrace and take hold of and run with. So this particular meeting of these two planets is happening in a part of the sky for you that has to do with what we like to call other people's money. It has to do with prosperity, understanding that the universe is resourceful, that there's money available to you. So with the realizations that come up and with the desire for change will come first confronting your fear and then seeing how the universe supports any kind of redefinition or any kind of rebirth that you now are desiring to make, and will support it in terms of the resources, the money, the financing, the emotional support showing up for you as well. What I love about this month for you is the focus on heart and the focus on you. It's like getting honest with yourself allows you to free yourself of burdens that you don't need to be carrying anymore. You are coming into a new understanding of what it means to feel strong right now, today. And in claiming your power to be a force of change in your life, to be a strength in your own life, you will uncover an inner strength that you truly can be proud of.